fan chat. Usual slot at 9 p.m. and just see who's going to be on. I'll just set you up so I can read your messages. And guess what we're going to talk about? There's really nothing else to talk about except Rodri. That's basically the main focus of the day. That's what everybody wants to really talk about. His first interviews and pictures and stuff at City. Fantastic for City, fantastic for his fans, and unfortunately I couldn't go down to the unveiling, get to the City store at 5:30. They only told us, I think it was this afternoon. I've got my kids to look after, so there's only so much you can do. Ooh, that's all. Hey Mike, how you doing, mate? Hit that like button, yeah. Can you believe it, Mike? I've been on for 1 minute and I got 1 dislike. Let's not worry. Coming down to 6, splashing all money once again. Absolutely, mate. Breaking our transfer record. So it's 62.5 million quid. And I think now, where are we? Is that at the 20th highest transfer fee in the world ever? Way down that list. Way down that list. Guys, if you like what the stuff we're doing, hit that like button. Might as well get up to up to 30. That's all I want. 30 likes and I'm happy. I'm not greedy. I'm not greedy. Let's have a look who else is about. But anyway, I hope you guys have had a good day. It's nice weather again in Manchester today. It's quite pleasant. It's not too hot and just warm enough to be very enjoyable. Certainly enjoyed it. I think it's going to be a hot one this weekend. Hi Chris, how you doing, mate? I hope you're very well. Mike James, yes, we've inflated that market again. I mean, we just can't help ourselves, can we? City, eh? Naughty boy City. We're always at it, mate. Always at it. I did that video a couple of weeks ago. That did pretty well. The way I look at things, I think I had about 300 subscribers at the time, and that video's done about 1,200. So you feel you've done a decent video, and people from other clubs, sorry, just a bit tired, rubbing my eyes. People from following other clubs have come along and said it's a great piece of work. So I'm very grateful for that. It's always nice when people say you've done a good bit of work. And that video was going through, how City haven't distorted the market. Going through the player transfers like Ferdinand for 30 million. That was 18 years ago, 16, 18 years ago. Rooney for 30 million. Juan Sebastian Veron for well over 30 million. I mean, you go back 10 years, you got Andy Carroll for 35 million, for God's sake. And then clubs just wasting their money like Chelsea have done with Danny Drinkwater, with Bakayoko and others. And I said the bottom line is, at the end of the day, fans of other clubs and the clubs themselves and even La Liga's president, they're criticising City because they're trying to deflect from their own failures, their own failings. And they say we're distorting the market. Look, we had probably a 3, 4, 5 year period where we pumped a lot of money in at the start to get us into the Champions League before FFP really smacked us hard, okay? And get sponsors and income, get that really motoring. And we're a slick operation now. So we had that big boost at the start. Now we're spending what we earn. What's the problem? And we've been doing that for several years. We're making small profits. And I think if FFP is still 30 million losses over 3 years, or even a bit less, we're miles away from that. Absolutely far away from making a loss. So we've got plenty of credit in the bank. FFP is not an issue for City right now, and it doesn't look like it's going to be for the foreseeable future. If we were to miss out on the Champions League 1 year with a ban, we could lose 70, 80 million quid. That's going to hurt, but I think we'll cope with that anyway. With this new Puma deal, that pushes a lot of things to bed. Mike, Rodri'S taking the number 16 shirt. Chris, is it because Manchester City are from Manchester? That's why some people say all money in plastics. I have no idea, mate. I mean, look, Chris, we've got now 40,700, I think, or 43,000 season ticket holders. Over 40,000 season ticket holders. Yeah. The only available season tickets that went on sale this year, someone said they went within, was it 1 or 2 hours? Yeah, 1 or 2 hours. So we've got over 40,000 season ticket holders. So, and I think Barclays did a survey, and we've got in effect, the old or the longest serving fan base. You know, most of our fans have been supporting City for the longest. So, you know, plastic is boring. Hi, Cobby, how you doing? Yeah, you're buzzing. Absolutely, it's buzzing time. Chris Welch, I thought Rodri would have got number 4 since the number he wore at Atletico. Yeah, but it depends why. I think it's up to him. Don't know who's wearing the number 4 shirt, to be honest. I'm trying to think. Vincent Kompany was wearing it last year, and I don't think it's disrespectful to him for somebody else to take that shirt, but I think it feels like it's a season too soon. If we get another centre back, give him the number 4 shirt, another top centre back. Cobby, looks like the hierarchy really did their homework on Rodri and well-spoken, looks down to earth and here because he wants to be. Absolutely. And that's the bottom line, you know. City really do their homework, and you know, that's kind of what we want to talk about. The interviews he's done, his English is so good. I mean, a lot of people on Twitter have said he already speaks better English than Harry Kane, which is a bit of a naughty jibe, a bit below the belt, but funny nevertheless. He is very well spoken. His English is fantastic. He's 22-year-old Spanish guy. English is brilliant. So yeah, he's got a lot of years ahead of him at City. You know, some people say he's got good looks. He's you know, the top. What was it? Now, was it the top percentage passing in opposition half last season in Spain? 90%. 90% top recoveries. You know, look at just plain stats look good. You know, 65% aerial duels won. Very, very good stats. I'm really looking forward to him. I think, yeah. Is he better than Fernandinho? We'll see. We'll see. He's got that potential. You know, I'm eager, desperate to see him play. It's exciting times. Hey, City till I die. How you doing, buddy? Hi, Ray. Who do you think will sign next? By the signs of it, are we getting that Spanish 35-year-old Spanish keeper? And in terms of big names or important players, you know, a 35-year-old Spanish keeper isn't going to be knocking on the door of our first team. So, you know, in terms of big name players, we're really looking at centre back and right back. So, you know, if Danilo's going, we have to have cover at right back. We can't use John Stones. So I think that's where it's kind of up in the air, because, you know, there was talk of Danilo going. Now there's talk of Danilo staying. I don't know what will happen. Okay, but if Danilo goes, we need cover at right back. We can't go into the season just with Kyle Walker. He needs. Obviously, he could get sent off. He could have discipline problems. He could be injured. And he could have a loss of format last season. We need someone to pressure him to play at the top level, and to also take some burden off him as well when we're playing every 3 or 4 days. And right now that's Danilo. It could be Cancelo. So I think that's the way it's going to go. If Danilo goes, then we might go get a new right back. If Danilo stays, I don't see the need to get a new right back personally. A new right back could take us to another level though. You know, another right back that's got pace, an attacking right back, that can take us to the next level too. So there's a few about, you know, I've done videos on them in the past. There's a few about, but it looks like Cancelo's the one we were after. There's talk of Bayern Munich interested. Now tonight there was talk of Barcelona interested. That might just be a ruse from Juventus to force City's hand, to make City pay a little extra to get that deal over the line. But if City are worried that Bayern Munich and Barcelona are interested. But in all honesty, I don't think it will work, because City will know who's interested. City will know if the player wants to come to City or go elsewhere. City should really know. 98% chance, I think. City know already whether the guy will come to us if Juventus will agree on the price. So we just wait and see. And then, so if we get a right back, the centre back, You know, who we're going to get, it's going to go, I'll just go through the same names. So I'll mention them, but we'll move on from centre back because we've talked about it for the last 2 or 3 nights. But there's Nathan Ake, there's Toby Alderweireld, there's, looks like Matis de Ligt. I mean, I'll tell you, Matis de Ligt, the rumour is that the opening offer from Juventus is 49 million quid plus some bonuses, add-ons. That's too cheap. Way, way too cheap. But for all we know, Mino Raiola might be getting 20 million. And if he's getting 20, suddenly that becomes 69, 70. So the headline figure is cheap at 49. But if, as I said, if Mina's getting 20 million, that makes 69, 70 million straight away. If the kid's getting 300 grand a week, you know, it makes it a very expensive deal. So we'll wait and see. Let's have a look. I just need to send a quick message. Let's look at some of these messages from you guys. Oops, I can't look at these messages for whatever reason. It's not letting me today. Here we go. Oops. Here we go. Cameron Dempsey, I think I'll be getting a Rodri'S shirt this season. I haven't bought a shirt with new player who joined on the debut season. Wow, Frank Lampard, that was a few years ago, mate. City legend there. That's what the jokers have been saying, manager of... Did you hear Sky Sports tonight? That fella said, it's been confirmed, was it breaking news, or it's been confirmed that Frank Lampard has become the manager of Man City. I mean, that was a bit of a faux power, isn't it? Mike James, I always wonder if players are given double figure shirt numbers so that fans have to pay extra for the... Do you have to pay extra for the extra number? I don't know, Mike. I bought Sergio Aguero's shirt a couple of years ago, and I got David Silva's last year. I don't think that's going to be the reason, mate. I know, it's probably tongue-in-cheek from you. Mike James, Rodri'S English was brilliant and he comes across very well. He said when he was younger he played further forward in the 8 or 10 role. Yeah, he said he used to score goals, now he doesn't. But he said some nice things. You know, he had a few slight digs at Man United. Said, you know, City are one of the top 3 teams in the world, along with Liverpool. You know, he's followed people like Sergio Busquets and the Spanish players like David Silva. He used to watch him when he was and Aguero when he was about 10 years old, playing in Spain. So you know, there's a lot of Spanish players. So he's going to feel at home. But hey, his English is top notch already, so he'll be all right with the English-speaking players straight away. And he'll be all right with the Spanish-speaking players straight away. So he's got the best of everything, basically. He'll be right. Cameron Dempsey, when he called fans hooligans, I was like, what he likes hooligans. And he explained, hooligans is the word for supporters in Spain. Yeah, I don't know whether they got it from the English. But there was a tribe or something in Europe called the hooligans. I'm sure of that. Chris Baker, evening. Hi mate, how you doing? What's your thoughts on Danilo? I like him but understand why he wants more game time, but I don't see him getting lots of game time on one of the bigger European teams. Hi Carl, how you doing? Carl Omat Sola. Hi Bernard, nice to see you online. Chris, I like Danilo, I like him a lot. He's a versatile player. I've said he can play left back, he can play right back, he can play centre back at a push, and a defensive midfielder. He's a very, very solid player, and generally he gives you a good, decent, you know, 6.5, 7 out of 10. Is he dynamic enough as a right back for what we want to achieve going forwards? I'm not so sure. You know, I think we want someone who's got that pace, who will bomb forward like Mendy does, like Walker does. Someone who'll bomb forward, put good crosses in. If they can dribble, you know, there's some good players out there. Was it Yusuf Fatal? He's a decent player. Mohamed Ituran. Got a couple of names there for you. But there's some good players out there. Cancelo. So we'll just wait and see. Danilo, but as I said, I like him for his versatility. But yeah, and he's probably got enough money, as much money as he needs in terms of trophies. You know, in the last 2 seasons at Real Madrid, he won the Champions League. 2 seasons at City's won 5 trophies. So maybe he says, I've got enough trophies to show my kids and grandkids. I've got enough money in the bank. Now it's time to play. He's good enough to play for other teams in, you know, a top team in Europe, I think. But his issue is he going to be pigeonholed as a versatile utility player who can play anywhere, and he's a great guy to have in your squad, but not in your first team. Excuse me, guys. I've got a bit of a tickly cough there. Paul Murray, hi, Paul. Just in from work. Wow, it's 9:20. That's a bit late, lads. Now, I was a bit late as well. My kids were doing their martial arts tonight. I went to see my mum who'd been on holiday to Morocco. We spent a few days in Morocco, I think in Marrakesh. Brilliant pictures, look very, very nice and accommodating over in Marrakesh. So I went to see her. She hadn't seen my boys for a week. And normally we go over on a Sunday. But this weekend we're going down to, probably most likely going down to London tomorrow night. So I thought I'd take the lads over to say hi to her. And they love cooking for my kids. My kids love eating there. It's nothing against my cooking, but you know, they get the same from me, and they love going to my mum's so much. And there's certain dishes that they get there that they absolutely adore. I can't do them. Bernard, any nutters on you? I'll address this and then we'll move on. Okay, I'll address this. Quite sadly, last night and the night before, we've had people on, 3 or 4 by the looks of things. I never call them out because I'm not going to call people out straight away. If they don't cross the line, I've got no reason to call them out. But it has been noticed, a few people have said there's some people online, excuse me, who are not here to contribute. They're here to disrupt. Yeah, I mean, I woke up this morning and had to remove some comments. I had to remove loads of comments from Stevie Wonder. I wonder where that name came from. Who seems to be quite possibly a very recent YouTube account, and started off trying to be very plausible and then started getting down and dirty, talking about stuff that actually only Andy and me know. So things I told Andy, Stevie Wonder's coming up and talking about. So it makes you think, is Stevie Wonder actually Andy having a dig? Or is it somebody sent by Andy? Or is it somebody who Andy's been talking to has come on the line? No? And sadly, I'm not paranoid because it's true. Okay, there's only one person I told some information to, bits and pieces, and that information came online yesterday, some of it. So, and that person was Andy. So I only told Andy. So it's quite sad that he's, this is his game. I know he's paranoid because he's had to go Ace Strambler, calling him, and other people. He's had to go, other people calling them spies and sent from another channel and all the downticks. I think we're bigger than that. So let's move on, guys. And I'll say, if anybody's thinking about it, and I'm pretty sure none of you guys are, leave him alone. Yeah? Because, guys, we're bigger than that. We're bigger than that. Don't need to tell people stuff that only one other person knows and ask them to come and do some disrupting. Even if you've not asked, someone's doing disrupting with knowledge that only Andy had. Guys, we're bigger than that. Move on. We're positive. Let's move on. Maybe might bring Pablo Mafia back. I don't think he had a great season at Stuttgart, so that's probably going to go against him. If he had a good season, maybe we'd have done the same with him, like Angelina brought him back on the cheap. Let's see. Chris, the Lich saga's still going on. Part of me thinks we're well out of it. Part of me, because with Mina Raiola. But when you hear that headline figure of 49 million, everybody's ears prick up and say, no, that's not the price. It should be much, much higher. But as I said, I think with Mina's commission, it's got to be at least 10 million he's going to get in commission, Mina. So straight away, that's up to 59, 60 million straight away. And with the wages, it's excessive. And then you get to that level situation where they're moving for money. And if they're moving for money, we don't want them. So Michael Schneider, Rodri'S studied business studies and economics. Excuse me, and football career. Very down to earth guy, still driving an Opel Corsa. I can't believe he's driving an Opel Corsa, not for long. But the thing about Rodri, when he was 18, he went to university. So he had that down to earth kind of life, that humble, normal existence that a lot of teenagers have. And he was studying, because he said that's his priority at the time, kind of. That's what, because he wasn't I don't think he was a professional, and so he can't take that risk. Very sensible. You never know if you're going to make it or not as a footballer. Anything can happen. You could just get injured. We've had the Vandals, there are the Hooligans, there's all sorts of tribes where we picked up the names. English Mastiff, Rodri the Mancunian Pitbull. He's going to be interesting, very interesting. Bernardo, you could be right. I don't know. That's I think you're talking about the Vandals. What do you think if João Cancelo comes to City, Carol FC? If he comes, fantastic. He's going to add a lot of pace to the right-hand side, and he's going to put pressure on Kyle Walker. And I believe Kyle Walker needs it. I think early part of the season, for whatever reason, Kyle Walker wasn't delivering. He's putting in some poor performances, and he was lucky at the time because Danilo was injured. So there was no pressure on his position, so there was no need to perform. When Danilo came back, when Danilo came back from injury, Kyle Walker was dropped. And Danilo was in. Kyle Walker was dropped for a few games, then he came back firing again. So I think he needs that pressure. You need the pressure of somebody else who's good enough to take your position. Now, if we brought Maffio back, for instance, he's not good enough to take Walker's position. So Walker feels less pressure. So getting Cancelo would put pressure on Walker. Having Danilo does put pressure on Walker. That you don't deliver, you're out, mate. Someone else is in. Paul Murray, 2 quality signings so far. I'm happy with who we've got. Maybe one more to come in. Yeah, I mean, Paul, I'm still hoping to get, I said, that centre back, and if Danilo goes, a right back. Hey, Adam, how you doing, buddy? Jay Fresh, how you doing, mate? I hope you're very, very well. Mike James, Rodri is 6'3" as well, so pretty tall. Yeah, as I said, his stats were he won 65% of aerial duels. Fernandinho's in about 57%, I think. I don't think the stats make that much difference, but it's good to have that tall player because defending from corners and throw-ins and free kicks, you know, look at our small players. You know, we've got people like Bernardo Silva, David Silva, Raheem Sterling, Sergio Aguero. Not the tallest of players, yeah. So we've got Foden and others. We've got a lot of these dinky little players, corgi, like little players. So it's good to have that extra height, especially in defence, when we're defending against dead ball situations. And as I said, teams generally, they only have 2 ways to score against us. Hitters on the break or from a free kick, a dead ball situation. So if we can get a little bit of extra height to cover for those dead ball situations, that's all the better for us. And we saw a couple of times last season, we were weak at dead ball situations, so fingers crossed he'll add a little bit of strength and defensive capabilities, especially in the air, at free kicks and corners. Yeah, English Massive, I've laughed it off. That's what I said. We move on. It's quite sad. Humongous. Hey, that's the way it is, mate. Look, let's move on, guys, yeah? Let's not... there's no need to talk about it. I said I have to say it up front, and you know, if the reason I was saying it was, if there's anybody who's here to come and do that, guys, grow up, move along. Yeah, we don't need kids like the kid. You know, as soon as the video comes up, bang, there's a down tick. It doesn't make that much of a difference, really. So there's someone who's either subscribed or got notifications. As soon as the video, it's not even a minute. I think there's one person online. Bang, down tick. Hey, let's not worry. We move on, guys. We laugh it off and we move on. Yes, Carl. Look, Carl, it's not coming from this side, pretty much. Okay. I think a couple of nights ago, Andy does try a little bit of goading, and occasionally I'll react. I'm not reacting. I'm just saying, if there's anybody out there to cause a bit of trouble, it's not worth it. Okay, it's absolutely not worth it. Stuttgart got relegated from the Bundesliga and now back on loan at Girona, who also got relegated. I mean, Mike, it's been funny because we had Girona relegated and our club that we send players to, which is NEC Breda in Holland, they got relegated too. Hi Ocean Rage, hope you're really well. Humongous apologies for language. Hey mate, no problem. You called him a doorknob. What's the problem? I'll read what you say, and I probably won't comment, but let's read it. But clearly he's upset. MC is at Kashkar. He thought it would be like AF2. It seems like, but humongous. I won't answer the second part. I'll answer the first part. We never monetized the site. We never monetized the site. In the early days, that was a conscious decision. We were offered money from various sources. We turned it down. That was our decision. But several months ago, we did discuss monetizing the site, and we were going to monetize it. I'll be polite and I won't tell you the reason it wasn't monetized, but we had set the wheels in motion to get it monetized. Probably back in February, we set the wheels in motion for this, February/March, to get it monetized. And for whatever reason, it didn't happen. Okay, you can read between the lines if you want. But let's move on, guys. Move on. English Mastiff, Rodri'S a beast. He's going to boss in a midfield. Absolutely. And that's what I'm hoping for. Bernard, I love you both. Different people, but City fans, so I'll sit by you both, unless you're upset with me. Bernard, pretty much don't upset anybody. Okay? I try to keep things clean. Don't upset anybody. And I can't see me upsetting you, Bernard. You're a 60-year-old fellow who's got thick skin. Chris, hi Chris. Yep, we finally got Rodri. Well, let's be honest. What a signing. I can't wait to see him play. Pretty much, I mean, we had a very strong feeling Rodri was coming. We knew, obviously, that as soon as the release clause was paid a couple of days ago, he was coming. And Atletico said so, that we paid it. I mean, I'll be quite honest, I was pretty confident a couple of weeks ago, for various reasons, that he was coming. I actually did my video ages ago. I did the video, I think it was early last week, for the Rodri signing, because I was let's say I was very confident a week, 9 days ago, that Rodri was coming. I was very confident, so I did the video, because you don't know what's going to happen in life. You don't know when, something's going to happen. Like the Angelino, when Angelino was announced the other day, was it yesterday? I was at my son's, both kids were in this musical at school. And fortunately, I knew Angelino was coming a few days before, so I'd already done the video and I could release that video. So it was already recorded, and uploaded. It was just a matter of clicking the button on YouTube to get it out. So I could do that in the intermission of the musical. You just don't know what's going to happen. Like Stu Brennan. Stu Brennan said, City announced Rodney. We'll get back onto Rodney in a bit. City announced Rodri while Stu was in the shower. Odd time to have a shower, Stu. I don't know what you've been up to during the day, mate. Hey. So, I was going to do the nudge, wink, but let's keep it clean, guys. Ocean Rage, Rodri's English was pretty good. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. It's better than Harry Kane's, as they say. Wine is fine, but we're... Hey, how you doing, buddy? How you doing? Would it be a successful transfer winner for City if the young side Rodri and Angelino? I think so. I think so too. If Danilo stays, then I think it's a successful enough window for us. Yeah. Yes, we could do with the centre back, I think, as a fourth choice. That depends if I think Ottoman is going to stay. If he was going to go, I'd have thought we'd have heard a lot of stories about it already, and he'd have been probably on his way. And City, there'd have been a lot of stories about who was going to come in. If City were going to lose him, there'd be a lot of stories about who's coming in. So we'll wait and see. But I think at the moment, if Danilo stays, I'm happy enough with this window. Cobby, yeah, Kyle Walker needs serious competition. I think he gets that if Cancelo comes. I really do. And I think he'll get serious enough competition if Danilo stays, because Kyle knows if he doesn't perform, Danilo comes in. He's maybe not as good as Kyle going forwards, maybe not the same pace and the same power and strength, but if Walker isn't performing like last season, then Danilo can come in. English Massive, Rodri. Yeah, Manchester is more blue now. Yeah, he's said some good things. He said he likes Manchester. He's had only a day in the city, but he likes what he sees. The weather's nice. I think he said it's not. Is it not normal or something? It's not usual for the weather to be like this. English is good. Little pop at Man United without going too far. What more can you want? Yeah, he's got some charm and some good looks as well. Swine, innit? Cobby, last season he was driving me crazy with his lack of awareness. Yeah, look, that's the thing with Kyle. I think he's got mistakes in him. And he has to rely on his pace, his strength, his power, to get him out of trouble. And he's done that time and time again. But sometimes, look, when we got knocked out against Wigan in the FA Cup the season before, Walker's fault. English Massive, got sunburn on the back of my head, look like a Swan Vesta match. Oh dear buddy, I've I have that as well, you know, and it's not fun. It's not much fun at all when you got, especially when you got a bald head and you get sunburn. But I don't know what you've been doing in the sun, mate. I've been lucky. I've been in the house most of the time, except going to the gym and in my mum. So I've not been out really in the sun to get stung this year so far. Bernard, how long we give Rodri'S tan? It'll be gone. And yeah, you're right. By November, it'll be gone. Mike James Guardiola was talking about us needing more height. This could be one of the reasons for the interest in Harry Maguire. Possibly. But if Harry Maguire's price is too much, we won't be doing it. No, I agree, Humongous. Let's move on. You can, if you want to talk, send me an email, and I'm happy with that. Hi, Original Gunner. How you doing, buddy? Let's Humongous, he dropped it. Good. City Till I Die. Do you think we'll sign Nathan Ake? He's a good option. City Till I Die. He's a good option at around 40 million quid. He's 24 years old. He's very good for Bournemouth. He's got pace and power and strength, and he's good in the air. He anticipates. He's good at interceptions. He was brilliant against us last season. What my usual phrase now? What's not to like about him? You know, he's got so many years ahead of him at a good level. He's younger than Harry Maguire. I think he's got potential to be better than Harry Maguire. You know, who else is Toby? Frank, sorry, Matthew still looks like that ship has sailed. There's not many, you know, and there's not many coming on. Hi, Original Gunner. You, how you doing, mate? Wonder who you support. I think you were on GM's Football Fancast stream today, weren't you? Mike James, I don't think we'll sign Maguire. If we do, I can't see. Yes, that's what I agree, Mike. We won't pay more than 70. I can't see us pay 90. If he goes to 80 or 90 and United are willing to pay it, let them have him. I hope he goes to the rags, to be honest. I want someone else. I want Ake. Right now, that's my feeling. Original Gunner, Man City have been linked with Cancelo. Do you think there's anything to them? We've been linked for a couple of weeks. It's going to be quiet now. But we do need another right back if Danilo goes to challenge Kyle Walker. Now, if Danilo stays, then I'm happy not to get Cancelo. Still like him though. Bernard, I've got thick skin and a thick head. Well, we've heard about you, Bernard, yeah. Mike Barnes have said they want no less than 45 for Umtiti. Sounds good to me. If we don't sign a centre-back, Dino will play there for a few times. There's a rumour that Dino's actually... Dino can play there, sorry. You know, if we're struggling. I mean, look at it this way. We've got Gundogan who can play as an attacking defensive midfielder. We've got Rodri who can play as a defensive midfielder. And Fernandinho. So if we're ever struggling at centre-back, I can see us playing Fernandinho at centre-back, like you say, Mike. Umtiti, I can't believe Umtiti for 45 million. Honestly, I just can't believe it. You know, a couple of seasons ago, you were looking at 70, 80 million from Umtiti. It amazes me if he's going to be that cheap. It really, really does. I just can't. Umtiti, I really can't believe it. I just can't accept it. For a 25-year-old guy, I just can't believe it's that cheap. Just can't. Let's see what else is up there. Yeah, Mike says, hit that like button. I want to get to 30 likes. All I need is 30 likes, and I'm a happy man. Yeah, English Massive Cancelo stalled. Mukund, hey, Mukund in the house. How you doing, buddy? I'm very well. Honestly, I'm unbelievably well tonight. I've had a great day. Saw my kids smash it. That's what the teacher said. Smash it at Joseph and his amazing technical green coat. I spoke to, got a bit of work. Spoke to a couple of clubs this morning about doing some work with them. I do volunteer work with football clubs with their community trusts or with their foundations. So hopefully that will come off. And yeah, I went to the gym, dropped my kids off. They did their stuff. I did a bit of pumping iron, ran 5 miles, went to see my mum. I mean, what a day, eh? And I played a bit of Mario Kart. One is fine, which is good. The 4 centre-backs, if Ottoman stays, can be out of gas. I said this before, yeah. If Ottoman stays, there's a lot of slack that he can pick up. I mean, he only played about 27 games, 28 games in the whole of last season, one more than Company. Stones played, I think, 39 and Laporte 41. And I said, it could be that, what if Laporte plays 45 games next season? Same as Stones. Well, then they picked up another 12 games that Vinny Company had taken last season. And then Otamendi can pick up another 15 games. I think Otamendi will be happy if he's playing about 40 games a season. So will the other guys. And then Eric Garcia, Sandler and Fernandinho could make up the numbers if we ever need them. They can play the cup games. Kobe Ottoman is saying, worries me a bit, Ray. He's been atrocious. Yeah, I think that's because of Argentina. I think partly it's because of Argentina. He knows he wouldn't get away with that at City, so he's stopped doing it now. English Master City restart negotiations with Gundogan. Yeah, according to the MEN. So there's Gundogan. It's alleged that Sarni's going to sign a huge contract at around 200 grand a week, a 6-year deal. Around 200 grand a week, and apparently he's going to get more image rights in a year's time as well. So if that's true, let's hope. It's all gone very quiet. It's all gone very quiet. I think, now here's just my opinion, my feeling, okay? Bayern wanted Leroy Sané, okay? Bayern wanted him, but they were getting nowhere with City, okay? They were getting nowhere with City, and I'm not sure City put a valuation on him. A lot of dirty tricks from Bayern. They had all these players coming out, Lewandowski, Goretzka, and they had people from the club like Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. They had that convicted criminal, fraudster, tax fraudster, Uli Hoeneß. I'll say that every single time about him. They even had the fella in charge of Borussia Dortmund come out and say, all these people saying that, it'd be nice if Leroy Sané went to Bayern Munich. Okay, so it's openly tapping him up. And I'm tempted to believe that Bayern Munich talks about the 80 million euros and said City are asking for 80 million euros, which is too much. I've got a suspicion, because City were not playing ball, what Bayern Munich did, they tried to unsettle the player by making him believe that City were happy to sell him. Yeah? Because if you think your club doesn't believe in you, you can get annoyed and you might want to move on. Yeah? There can be that misunderstanding. Bayern Munich is saying City want 80 million euros and Leroy Sané at 23 years old might think, hey, you don't love me, you don't want me, stuff you, I'm off. And in a huff, that can change everything in a matter of a second. So I think that's a lot of dirty tricks. And now they've gone quiet. They've gone absolutely quiet because City is still not playing ball with them, and Leroy Sané looks like he's going to stay. Mike, our fourth centre-back should be Garcia Sandler. I'd like to see Stones step up to the plate. That's not going to happen if you say. Look, Stones played 39 games last season and Laporte played 41. Yeah? So he's not that far behind. It just for him, it was, sadly, it was the second half of the season that Stones, after injury, didn't play as well. Bernardino Pep's quite willing to suck it and see with players he's got if he doesn't get his preferred players. Absolutely, we're good enough to keep going. Rodri'S a good-looking fella, yeah, original gunner. Apparently, so they tell me. Hopefully, he can distract some opponents. We'll see. Vidya Shakya, how Juventus are managing to sign free players like Can, Ramsey, Rabiot, and now they're signing De Ligt. Well, look. De Ligt's not going to be free. He's going to cost them, I reckon, about 70 million quid when you get Mino Raiola's things involved. Ramsey's on 400 grand a week, and I'm sure he'd have got some sort of signing on bonus as well. Rabiot would have got a signing on bonus, and it wouldn't have been cheap. I can see Rabiot getting 10 or 15 million quid as a signing on bonus and decent wages. So what they're doing, they're getting them on a free, they're giving them a signing on bonus, yeah, and they're giving them healthy wages. Hi Joel, how you doing, buddy? I hope you're really well. I'm very good, mate. I'm very good. English Master Pinnacle shedding steel on an allotment for a customer in the sun. Well, you're going to burn yourself that way. Hi Rob, how you doing, mate? I hope you're very well. Good evening to you, sir. What's happening with Cancelo now? Joel, it's all gone very quiet. I think it revolves on Danilo. If Danilo stays, we don't need Cancelo. If Danilo goes, we need another right back. And if Juventus asks for too much money, City won't go there. They'll go look somewhere else. Mike James, Gundogan smashed it in Fernand's position at the end of the season. He also played well in De Bruyne's position. Yeah, those dinky balls. I've always said, give Gundogan space and time. Yeah, he's world class. He's world class if you give him space and time. Don't give him space and time, he struggles. Yep, I saw you there, Original Gunner, on the Football Fan Chat. Bernard, is Rodri'S girlfriend expecting? I think I read it somewhere. I think he's already got a baby. Or is that Angelino? I can't remember now. English Massive, yep. Mike Gundogan has been very good. Yep. Mukund, Bernard, you are fast. Finger on the pulse. Mike, EM, always been class, just a case of getting him injury free, absolutely. Mukund, I too feel quite chill. I feel very happy. Thanks for liking the stream, Original Gunner. Just need to get to 30. Paul Murray, I would love to get more debuts. Yeah, me too. It's always a risk. You've got to win the game. We cannot take a risk. Look at last season. Liverpool got 97 points. That means they dropped 17 points in the whole season. They lost one game. Yeah. So you've got to tell yourself, you've got to be aiming for 95 to 100 points every single season. You can't afford to lose and drop points. Get the kids in for cup games. Our bread and butter, and it's nice to win the cups, but our bread and butter is the Premier League. Our second choice is the Champions League, FA Cup, then Carabao Cup, stuff like that. Call, even though I've been here since the start, just listening, 40 watching at the minute, great tonight. Hit that like button yet, guys. Spencer the Mac, hi. Spencer the Mac, I'm very good. Guys, you'll see some small changes to the channel in the next week or two, in a couple of weeks. We'll get a couple of, hopefully, moderators involved with the channel to help. Now that we're getting a lot of people watching, we just want to, I've got a couple of moderators to help, just to keep, some of the naughty ones away from the channel. WJC, hi. You're new to YouTube and I'm a City fan. Who's Andy? What's Man City Fan TV? Yes, it is WJC. It's another channel. You can go and watch Man City Fan TV. You can go watch JSGC, another channel. You can go and watch Forever Blue. You can go and watch Steven, a Steam Company, if you want. There's plenty of YouTube channels out there. English Mastiff might just need to stay injury free. Yeah, Gundogan, I think he will. He's pretty much injury free now. Vidya, now that we signed Rodri, we need to sell some non-homegrown players as companies' places to be taken by Jesus. There is no room for Rodri as we have a maximum number of foreign players. Yeah, we're right up there. I'm just trying to think. I thought if Bravo goes and we put Grimshaw's second choice, then that's one option to get an extra non-homegrown place freed up. The only other one who might go is Danilo, but if Danilo goes and we get Cancelo, it's going to be tight. Bernard, chopped to street down followed by a 5-mile speed walk. I love it, Bernard. I'm sure you do too, the exercise. Once you've done it, once you've done the exercise, you feel brilliant. I honestly, I'm on top of the world right now. Honestly, I'm absolutely buzzing. I said to my kids, I'm like, whatever you want, guys. Yeah, I'm in such a good mood. It's been a cracking day. I've had, and I won't say too much. Okay, I won't spill any beans. Sane, English Massive. Yep, I think it's all gone quiet. The Bayern Munich did all that tapping upon Sane, all trying to unsettle him, hoping he'd go to Pep, and say, I want to leave. I don't want to. And they're hoping that could force City's hand, because City don't want a player, let's be honest, who's unhappy. We don't want a player who's unhappy. And if Sane came along and said, I want to leave, then maybe that's how Bayern could get the price they wanted, because City would just say, okay, we'll let you go, and maybe sell him under the market price just to get rid of an unhappy player. But look, for me, said it many times. Sane is the most exciting player at Man City for me. When he gets that ball, you really stand to attention. You want to watch. You get up out of your seat because he can do anything magnificent, special, world class. But he's just not consistent enough. Jeremiah, Victor Harding, I'm worried about Zinchenko play time. We'll see. We've got to remember Zinchenko just signed a 5-year contract. So he's got an extension. He's going to be here for 5 years. Probably on decent wages. I think he believes in himself, which is half the battle. He's working hard. His chance will come whether Mendy's injured or there's a spot in attacking midfield for him or defensive midfield. He'll get enough game time. I'm sure. I'll be surprised if he doesn't play 20 games in total this season, Zinchenko. You can bookmark that, guys. 20 games for Zinchenko this season. But Ndombele versus Rodri. Yeah, we will. Look, the thing is, City were very strong for Ndombele. Last season, as I said, we supposedly put a bid in for him. My friend, the French guy, who obviously I can't name him. Can't name the guy, can I? Let's be serious. Can't name the guy because of the work he does. But he said we put a bid in around 40 million for Ndombele. But City dropped out of Ndombele. So, we put our eggs into the Rodri basket, so to speak, 3 or 4, 6 months ago. So we must believe he's better for City than Ndombele would have been. And I think Ndombele would have been a beast at City. Ndombele is also a beast. I agree, English Mastiff. Vidya Shakya, half our transfer is probably done now. We just need a centre-back to replace Company. Possibly, yeah, that's it. Bernard, Bayern Munich, arrogance personified. Absolutely. They're used to getting players like Lewandowski on a free, Goretzka on a free from the main rivals in Germany. They've been getting from the best teams in Germany. They take their best players on a free, and they just can't bully City around. They've been used to bullying other German sides around. They've got the money, obviously the prestige, and the players know they're going to win stuff. And so they get a player like Lewandowski, who they obviously tapped him up and he's going to go there 1 or 2 years before his contract's finished. Lewandowski at that time was probably still worth 40 million quid, 50 million quid, or whatever the going rate was at that time. And he just saw his contract out at Borussia Dortmund and went on a free. I mean, Bayern probably said, look, we'll pay you 20 million to come on a free. See your contract out, we'll give you 20. Who knows? I'm just guessing, okay? Don't tell me, I'm just guessing, but that's one way they could have done it. But they're getting cheap deals. He was worth 40, 50 million quid, and they get him for maybe a signing on bonus of 10 million quid. Yep, Rob, absolute signing's worth 120. One is fine with Mike James. The thing with Stones is that he just can't stay fit for a complete season. These past 2 seasons, he started superbly, absolutely got hurt, and then and there goes his season. I hope it's that's perfect. One is fine with absolutely spot on. I'm only saying that because you agree with me, but it's obvious he was brilliant. We thought he was going to go. It was going to be Stones and Laporte for the season, and he gets injured. I don't know what the reason is. I hope he can stay fit, like you say. If everyone stays and we have no outgoings, then I reckon we could be done. Carl, saw this tweet earlier from a Real Madrid fan. High praise indeed. City fans haven't even realised yet how good a player they have signed. Calling it now, by the end of the season, people will be even calling him the best defensive midfielder. Wow. Now that's high praise. Look, Max Boss, Rodri'S more than that. Okay, Rodri had, in the Spain's La Liga last season, he had a 90% pass success rate in the opponent's half. Not in his own half, passing it to the keeper, passing it to the defenders, passing it to the fullbacks. In the opponent's half, 90% success rate. He had the most recoveries. He's got a 65% success rate in aerial duels. He's exciting. I mean, I've got to say this as well because apparently Atletico did all they could to persuade him to stay. And why wouldn't he stay? I mean, he went through the ranks at Atletico. He's a fan. He only left them because he couldn't make it there. But he wanted assurances as to the way they were going to play. And Apparently Simeone said, we're not going to change our style. And the guy wanted to get better, play a better style of football. And if you've been watching City for the last 4 or 5 years, we do play a nice style of football, especially the last couple of years under Pep. So that's another reason to come to City and leave Atletico. Jeremiah, I agree. I prefer Nathan Ake to Maguire at the moment. And Max Boss, Ake is a great centre back, never injured, dangerous from set pieces, even though he's not that tall. I think he's tall enough. He's good in the air. He missed 8 minutes, I think, of last season for Bournemouth. 8 minutes. Hi, Paul. How you doing, buddy? Cameron Dempsey, don't need either Ake or Maguire. We've got Eric Garcia. It's true, but I don't mind another play because I can see next season it could be Otamendi's last season. You know, he might stay another season, but who knows? If he goes, I'd like another player to come up like Nathan Ake, young and can develop, and Eric Garcia. I'd like them both to be available next season, and then if Otamendi does go, they're the future. English Massive, yeah, it's possible. Look, we don't know anything. Let's be honest about it. We've only got opinions and guesswork. Mukund, what do you think, guys, about Lampard to Chelsea? Wish him well, but I don't think it's a good thing, really. I mean, it depends how he does. If he finishes 10th, are they going to keep him? You know, that could be ugly. He's got some credit in the bank. They can't buy anybody. Jorginho could be a waste of space now with at Chelsea. They've lost Hudson-Odoi and Ruben Loftus-Cheek to injury. Higuain was a waste of time. He's gone. Morata's supposed to be sold. They're pushing for that. And they've lost Hazard. We'll see how good their kids are. Mike James Cameron, that's true, but I suspect Garcia might just need another season or two before he's... Yeah, I agree, Mike. Signing an old defender like Bonucci for 2 seasons would be good. I don't want Bonucci. If I was going to get an old defender, I'd get Toby Alderweireld because he's only 30 and he's used to the Premier League. He's had, 5-6 seasons in the Premier League. I'm happy with that. But yeah, there you go, Bernard. Yeah, thanks, Cole, for... I'm surprised he's only timed out with that many messages, but I believe he's been deleted by now. It's short time, Mike. No, short time doesn't last long. It's a shame, English Mastiff, but let's move on. We're positive. Thanks for our moderators who are working in the background. Video, in my opinion, we first need to make sure we sign Cancelo, and then we should be selling Danilo, because if we sell Danilo first and then we fail to sign Cancelo, we'll be in trouble. I don't think so, Video. The way City do it is we have at least 3 options, okay? We have a first choice, second choice and third choice, okay? We always have at least 3. So if something goes wrong with the first, we move on. Look at centre-back. My belief is our first choice was Frenkie de Jong. I think if we were going to do work... That's if we were willing to work with Mina Raiola. It's Frenkie de Jong, okay? No, not Frenkie, sorry. I keep getting these mixed up. Matthijs de Ligt. If we were going to work with Mina Raiola, Matthijs de Ligt, then when that got silly or whatever, Harry Maguire. Now, Harry Maguire's got to a ridiculous price. We move on to the next, which could be Nathan Ake, could be Toby Alderweireld, could be Bonucci, could be somebody else. We've always got other options. Look at defensive midfield. Yeah? It looked like it was going to be Tongan Ndombele. Okay, and for whatever reason, we did for Rodri'S. So we've always got somebody else. We might think we've got all our ducks in a row, and something goes wrong. Like Fred, like Jorginho, like Alexis Sanchez, they're asking for too much. We move on to somebody else, and we haven't done bad. You know, we didn't get Alexis Sanchez. We still won the league. Yeah, we didn't get Fred. We still won the league. We didn't get Jorginho. We still won the league. Let's not worry, guys. Yeah, I think Pep knows what he's doing. Yeah, Muck and buying freeloaders, absolutely. Wow, Robin retired, buying great player. Honestly, he was a fantastic player, Robin. Loved him, absolutely loved him. He was about 37 or something, 36. He's a great player. You can't knock him, can't knock him. Has Buffon resigned? They was talking about it. Buffon's what, 41, 42? 41. Do you think the Angelino deal will likely apply to a player we sold to Madrid? Jeremiah, we sold Brahim Diaz to Madrid for about the rumoured 15 million quid. I can't see Brahim coming back. Look, it's his dream to play for Madrid. I don't think he's going to play much for Madrid at all. Now that Zidane's back and bought, 5 players. So he's going to struggle, which is a shame because, when I saw him, I remember a game he played about 3 years ago, and I saw him play, and I said he scored a goal, and I said this kid is going to be a star. It was wonderful. He played, he reminded me of Kinkladze, he reminded me of Messi, and it's a shame that he's not developed. He's not getting the game time. He needed to get game time to develop. Vidya, the inexperienced manager. We got Ole, we got Lampard. They'll struggle. Even Emery, I think Arsenal will struggle next season. I think you've only got 3 clubs that are, in my book, likely to win the silverware, and that's Spurs, Liverpool, and City. Yeah, they got Kovacic from English Mastiff. Yeah, I don't want Bonucci either. Fresh, look, apparently Pep's really pleased with Sandler. Yeah, really pleased. So I think he'll play more games as well next season. De Ligt and De Jong are cloned. They're the same age, same persons, just different positions. Exactly, mate. Yeah, English must keep the general for at least one more season. Trivia question: which ex-City players are current managers? Bernard, that's hard. That's hard. I'll start you off. I'll give you Patrick Vieira, Mick McCarthy, Frank Lampard. There's 3. And I haven't seen what you guys have said yet because I'm still way behind in the chat. Keith Curl, yeah. Horlock is coaching, yeah. Brightwell, Mick McCarthy, Rosler, is he managing? Rosler was. I think is he still doing it? Hey, Yvonne, hope, how you doing, mate? Hope you're well. There'll be a couple more. Let's see where we're up to. City Till I Die. Also, Ray, are you going to Vincent Company's testimonial? Yes, I am, mate. I think that's the 9th of September. 9/11. 9/9, sorry. Or is it 11th of September? Jeremiah Victor Harding. I want to start an active fan club here in Cyril and Hadoga, but I would contact Kevin Parker from the official supporters club at Man City. I know other guys who have done that, and I think he'll help you out, mate. Van Morrison, Andy Morrison, but he's National League, isn't he? He's National League in it. Who's better, Frankie, De Jong, or Rodri? Vidya, that's hard to tell. I think we'll find out this season. I think we're going to realise who's the best this season once we see Rodri play, once we see more of Frankie at a higher level, a higher profile. Yeah, I think it's 11th City Till I Die. I am into City. Very good, Jeremiah. Glad to hear it. I've got it in my diary. I'll just quickly check my online diary. Where's my calendar? But I think you're right. 11th of September sounds right. I've got these Joseph and the technical Dreamcoat things in my head. Yeah, 11th, Vinny's testimonial. Let's go back here. Now I just want to check something first, guys, because I sent somebody a message and I just want to see if he gets back to me. I want to give him a name drop, but he has to tell me that I'm allowed to. Here we go. Fingers crossed. Before I came live, I sent someone a message because I want to give him a shout out. Yep. Okay. Let me let's quickly go through this, and I'm going to ask you. I'm going to say something. Rodri Plonker, just practicing. Contact, please. Jeremiah, go to Twitter. Kevin Parker. Okay, that's his name, Jeremiah. Go on Twitter and find him on Twitter. He's president. I think he's chairman or president of the official sport club. See you, Chris Wells. Have a good evening, mate. Thanks for coming along. Maguire for the price. City wanting for Ake. I'd get Ake, mate. There's a rumour around Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, but that's gone. You know, we've moved on. United can have him. Rodri'S very tall. Fernandes is going to play under the leaky roof. Absolutely. Latest, Chris. I'm going to get a tweet up for the song. I'm just going to pull up this message from somebody, okay? Just give me a second. Okay, I'm not going to sing it, but one of my mates says, Ian Wilkinson, so call him my mate, my Twitter friend, Ian Wilkinson, has come up with this little ditty. It's to the song, to the tune of Olive and Horses, Hockey Street, that one. And it's because City put out a tweet about Rodney from, because I think that's the in joke at the moment is to call him Rodney. It's a lot more pleasant than calling him Rodri'S and going down that path. So they're calling him Rodney from Olive and Horses, or even Dave, because that's what Trigger used to call Rodney. They used to call him Dave, even if he knew his name was Rodney, he'd still call him Dave. And I'll put a little tune on it. So I'll change one word because I don't want to swear online. So no income tax, no VAT. Spend what we want, stuff FFP. We don't care anymore. As Rodri walks in through the door. God bless Man City. Long live Man City. Viva Man City. C'est magnifique Man City. Magnifique Man City, etc, etc, etc. Apologies for my lousy voice. My kids, my youngest one's got a really nice voice, and thankfully he didn't get my voice because mine, I'm way out of tune. Joel Harlan, what's good about Ake? I think, I saw him play against City last season, and he was very, very good. I think he anticipates danger very well. He's decent in the air. He's got a good leap. He's got pace. He's got some strength behind him. For me, it's that anticipation, reading the game, okay, and a decent turn of pace. And I think that's useful when you're playing for City with our high defensive line. There are some defenders who look really good in a defensive unit, like Michael Keane when he was playing for Burnley, looked really good. 25 million transfer to Everton, not so good. And when they've taken out, so some players look really, really good when all they have to do is defend. But at City, you have to defend that high line. There's a lot of space behind you, yeah, and you might, be defending against breakaway attacks, and you need someone who can read the game, and I think he can. I think Eric Garcia is wonderful at reading the game, from what I've seen so far. On that tour last year in the summer, so I think he's going to make it. There you go. Here we go. Wine Strong Whiskey Squicker said the same. He's quick, great in the air. Anticipation is class. He's homegrown. Yeah, it's homegrown. I think that's really important. Nice tune. Yeah, Mike James. Yeah, I think we're going to hear that. That's a class from Ian Wilkinson. I'll put his. What I'll do is I'll put his stuff on Twitter. Give me a sec. Let me just find it. Let's go back one page. Back another page. I'll copy it. Will it let me? I don't know if it's going to let me copy this, but we'll see. can't get it the way I want it because of the way the chat is here. But you'll get that. Let's see. Oh, I've just gone over. So I'm going to have to remove a few words. There you go. You'll get an idea. That's from Ian Wilkinson. I think it would win. I mean, it's crap enough, the Eurovision. I don't know why we bother with that anymore. Upsetting the Scousers that they are only the ones who don't pay income tax. Petition, let's read. Hey, don't mention the Scousers. So we've got literally 6 or 7 minutes, guys. Oh, I just banged my ankle. 6 or 7 minutes. Ooh, that smarts. I got kicks on the outside of my ankle 2 weeks ago. And then the next night I got kicked on the inside of the ankle. And the outside really, really hurts. It hurts more. Sometimes it hurts more than a bruised shoulder. I mean, 2 weeks, the bone is bruised and everything else. For it to be hurting 2 weeks afterwards, that's painful. Anyway, let's see what's going down. So we got up to 27 likes. We've got 36 watching and 27 likes. All I ever want now is to get 30 likes on these streams. 30 likes is enough. You know, that's the aim. That's what GM told me. 30 likes, and 27 is not enough, guys. Just at least get it to 30. Want to get up to 30 likes straight away, and then move on. Oh, Bernard, we're going to get 5-year ban. We won't get that. I mean, I know you're kidding. Bernard is a card, but yeah, I think I'd be surprised if we get banned. That's my feeling. I'd be surprised. I know there's lots of people and clubs that want that ban, and it will hurt City to lose 60, 80 million quid's worth of income from the, even more, you know, with the gate receipts and everything from the Champions League. But I'm sure we'd make up for that something else, you know, put a desert league on or something, you know, go to Abu Dhabi and play for the Desert Cup with the first prize of 20 million, sponsored by Etihad, and then we get the money that way. There you go. Thanks, guys, for getting up to 30 likes. All I ever want is 30 likes. Anyone here that's Scousers? Yeah, I mean, I don't know why they get that Scousers on doing that. You've got Hugh Ferris, who's not a City fan. You know, it would be nice to get City fans. It'd be nice. It'd be nice to mix it up, because, you know, I've seen Danny, I've seen Hugh, I've seen Natalie, we've seen a few others. It'd be nice to get some different faces on for a change. I'm not putting myself forward. I couldn't do that job, but it would be nice to get some different faces. Abdallah Al-Amami, Aki and Cancelo next. We'll wait and see. If Danilo doesn't go, I think Cancelo won't come. That's my feeling. So Mukund, Cancelo, look, there's a chance, but it's gone quiet on Cancelo. It's gone quiet. You know, and maybe that's because of Juventus asking for too much money. Maybe it's because Danilo doesn't want to leave. You know, we don't know. Absolutely, guys. Thanks for getting us to 30 likes. What's all the dislikes over at Beyond Belief? We don't go there. I've told my guys, I've told the people on this channel, and I bet you half the people on here go on the other channel as well. I've told them we don't need to stoop that low. Yeah, we don't need to. Whatever the problem is there, Beyond Belief, that's their problem. Okay. It's their problem. All right, Bernard, no problem. 32 now. Cheers, guys. I love you all. Goodness, it wasn't a Mike. Yeah, I don't know, Mike. You know, we should have, when Man City are concerned, we should have Man City fans. Okay. Now, if that Scouse is a Man City fan, fair dues. Yeah, fair dues. But Hugh Ferris isn't a Man City fan. So keep it in-house, guys. Keep it at Man City. Yeah, don't give the fans something to grab hold of. Like when Hugh Ferris did the parade on stage. You know, a lot of City fans complained. A lot of City fans were very unhappy with his attitude. I think even the players looked at him a bit quizzically. Get City fans. We don't mind an interviewer gushing all over the place. I don't mind that. I'm a City fan. Okay, I like it. Okay, I'm not saying I want it every time, but I don't mind. City fans, I want them to be like what we'd be if we saw these guys. Yeah, if we were interviewing them, how we'd behave. I want them to be like that. I don't want them to be disrespectful or off or whatever. I want City to employ, it would be nice, people who would enjoy the moment as City fans, as interviewers. Yeah? I want that. I don't want Hugh Ferris being a miserable so-and-so, just doing the job for money. I want them to do the job for love as well as money. Vidya, how Angelino's counted as homegrown because he joined City in 2014. Yeah, but Vidya, he was still a City player. He was loaned out, but he was on City's books. So his link is to City. Until we sold him, his link was there at City. So he did I think 4 years at City on City's books. He was a City player all the time. When you're loaned out, you're still your parent club's player. Yeah, Mukund, it's ridiculous, But that's the way City are doing it. That's their choice. That's their choice. I nearly said something there. And I promised myself I won't say this because people will have a go at me if I say it's nothing. It's about the presenters. It's about the presenters on City TV, especially the older presenters. You'll notice something if you line them all up. You'll notice something similar about them all. Mike James, I never watched MCFC TV. I never liked it raining Tuesday night. Thank you very much, Mike. Thank you very much. And if you want to listen to a podcast, I'll give you a podcast. I mean, I appear on this, so I'm going to plug it. But check that out on Twitter. That's a podcast that you'll get Colin Savage, who's Press Rich Blue. Very, very knowledgeable. He knows a lot of stuff about the history of City. He's a financial expert on FFP. And he's on board for the Blue Podcast. I'm on board for the Blue Podcast. I think I was a permanent fixture for the last 3 or 4 months of the season. And there's Mike Long. He's a great guy overall. He's a great guy. I have long chats with Mike. He's a great guy. J Fresh Hughes on the books, so he counts. Absolutely, that's it. Cameron Dempsey, we could try to bring back Ethan Ampadu from Chelsea. He's 18, he looks great. I don't think Chelsea would sell him cheap, and I don't think Chelsea would want to send him to City, quite honestly. Pep's up, it's 10:15. I said I have to go at 10:15. You guys have a good night. Thanks everybody for contributing. You've been fantastic as usual. Thanks to our moderators for tell your friends. We'll be online tomorrow. And guys, stay blue.